A drone shot pans over a lush green landscape. The camera zooms in on a small village nestled among the trees. There are many special things here that we don't tell the children. We want to motivate them to learn to appreciate the environment where they live, that there is no other special place like the one we live in the middle of nature, above all with the peace, the tranquility that we have here, the freedom that we have to move around at any time. The camera explores the cloud forest, showcasing its diverse flora and fauna. The cloud forest is an area where many species of plants and many species of animals are concentrated. You can eat leaves, you can eat fruits. The forest is a home where we have everything there. The freedom of pure air. The climate is fantastic here. It's a pleasure to live here. The camera focuses on the villagers going about their daily lives. They are shown farming, harvesting coffee, and enjoying the natural resources. We should never even think about mining. We have an incalculable wealth. It is an area where you can live and coexist. I always love the word coexist. A gentleman told us that the trees produce water and that one tree could produce enough water to fill a bucket. So I said, that's not true. We have a lot of water resources. We have the basins where we have plenty of water for our valleys, and it's very pure, very clean, very good for drinking and for planting and for agriculture. It's perfect. And we liked it very much, especially because of the water, because it's very abundant. The cloud forest brings a lot of water and a lot of precipitation. Everything we do is organically natural. Everything is natural. Penela is very natural and therefore very healthy for everyone. We have 2 streams, a river, and it's excellent for us to be able to plant our coffee. And that's what they're aiming for in the Tristan Cordillera, a mining project. So in such a case, the water of Inter and a good part of the water of Inter would be contaminated. The contamination of rivers, the environment with fires, for example, when the indiscriminate felling of forests or the misuse of soils. It is very important not to ingest chemicals and pesticides. When it rains, everything goes down the river, and the chemicals go down the river, which contaminates the river, the fish, and then the plants further down the river. And the water is further down in the water for human consumption. So the problem was that with this cattle ranching, when it rains, this seeps into the earth and goes out into the water tank that goes to the community. We have a historical river, let's say, like the Angol Beer River that passes underneath, through the hot springs. Not a single type in the pools, it's not true. And this has already been cut down, even next to this, to the source of this river. So all these things, let's say the Ministry of Environment has not said anything. So the objective of the project now is to find the owners, talk to them, reach an agreement, and see of all the areas that are within what is the protection of the water, buy them. This one has the name of this bromeliad obi, with this one has in the leaves, has water. There are people who don't care that they are contaminating, that there is mining, they don't care. So we use and we are holding meetings in each community, talking to the owners that we need to protect, that we need to take care of the water, and even the most important thing is to take care of the water that you yourself are drinking. Many people think that the water just flows because yes, and it doesn't need, let's say, all these green spaces, shade to be able to stay there, the water. Many people think that the water has to flow and flow. We are not realizing the serious impact that we are doing. Because there are many insects, it's because look there, there's a lot of matter, a lot of leaves decomposing, and that makes the water rich in nutrients. For me, water is the most important thing in our lives. It's a vital element. Without water, we can't live. Without clean water, even worse, because we get sick. I'm working on a project to conserve the watersheds for human consumption and ensure that communities have clean water. We still need a little bit of everyone's efforts to join together and work with that vision. If we start to value the environment where we live, I think that's the most important thing, more than money, more than anything else. So if we keep buying pieces, and closing the area for the protection of the watershed that would benefit the community, and most of all for the water system and a city, I would die here. I'm here to die. Take away my halves.